Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size. This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show. The Hauraki Big Show. With Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. It is the 14th of January, 2025. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night. Day. Yeah, okay. Just wish we just kept it level. But anyway, God, you're looking good, Mogi. You're tanned. You got I'd say a grey T-shirt on. It's really hugging your buzzies there. Beautiful piece of pounamu there, and looking really good. A bit of stubble action going on too, which gives you a sort of extra sexy edge. How are you stallion?
Going pretty grousey, you mad dog. You sick son of a bee. You're a filthy bastard, Jason. That's what I've always loved about you, brother. We're birds of a feather, and you know what they say about birds of a feather, brother? They flock together.
Sure do.
Here we are on the Big Show, ready to crack into another one on an absolute ripper day here in Sydney.
Beautiful, mate.
I'm not doing the Sydney thing again.
Now, Keyzie, God, you're looking good, man.
Hey, hang on a minute, Keyzie. I'm sorry to interrupt, Jase. Are you wearing the same thing as yesterday?
No, it's a long sleeve. He
Ah.
was a short sleeve yesterday, but it's beautifully ironed T-shirt. He's got his backwards cap on. And I tell you what, that mo is looking lush at the moment there, Keyzie. God, you're looking good. How's life, man?
Life's great, Jase. Of course life's great. I'm on the Big Show with you fellas.
Yeah.
And birds of a feather flock together.
Are you a filthy bastard too, are you?
Yeah.
Actually, I can imagine that.
Oh, no, hang on. I thought we were all
Sometimes when
filthy.
I'm like lying in bed and stuff, I sort of contemplate, what's Keyzie like in the sack?
I'm a filthy bastard,
Yeah,
Jase.
I bet you are.
How you go, man? You got another bird shirt on, but this one's a bit more out there. It's like a Japanese bird shirt.
This is what I call my mob shirt, fellas. You know, I'm part of the mob. I'm the main dude, and no one messes with Hoodie J
I'll be
when
honest
he
with you,
wears a
it's got
shirt.
more, is it a Yakuza that you're involved with? Because that's the kind of style.
Yes, it is.
Right, well, that's racist. Because you can't join that gang. I'm sorry, mate.
You can't join the Yakuza, even though Pugs is a member. Racism alarm. By the way, this year, I feel like the racism alarm needs a bit of voice on it that says...
Racism alarm.
That was
racism
racist.
alarm. Yeah,
so that
I think
people
you're right.
don't, driving their cars don't think the police are behind them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I just make a point?
Yes.
I'm not part of the Yakuza.
No.
I am the Yakuza.
Oh.
Oh, wow, that's a huge
I
thing
think
to say on here.
I think you're a Yakuza.
Now, listen, we're going to
Show
get
us
into a bit
Yakuza.
of New Year's resolution chat. So if you've got a New Year's resolution, God, this is good radio. If you've got a New Year's resolution, text us 3483, because all the fellas in the studio do. I can tell you that much for tuppence.
Everyone that texts you on 3483 or calls us on 0800 Hauraki or sends a talkback on the iHeartRadio app in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher.
Beautiful. This is Stone Temple Pilots.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed. Pearl Jam there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time, wait, is 12 minutes past 4 o'clock on the dot.
Nice, Jase.
We're talking New Year's resolutions. We've got a few texts in that regard there. Keyzie on 3483.
We certainly do, Jase, just while you control your indigestion there. Heaps of texts flooding through. Because we've got our New Year's resolutions. And I believe we did this at the start of last year, but I can't remember what they were.
I can't remember.
Yours
at all.
was drinking less piss, drinking once a day. I mean...
That's right.
Yeah, it was once
That
a
was
day.
for 3 minutes,
Yeah.
and you were going to do your running as well.
Yeah.
No, it was...
Which was all over.
First of all, my resolution was either drink once a week rather than like twice or 3 times, or build a deck.
Yes.
Both of which did not happen.
Yeah.
All right, so to the text machines now. Someone here, new resolution is to wash his mung rag more often.
Good resolution there. Because often with your mung rag, you don't.
Yeah, well, I sort of feel like you've got a bond with your mung rag and you should leave it alone.
Yeah. And there's something comforting when you sniff it at night when you're going to sleep.
Why do people use a rag? Anyway, my New Year's resolution is to put out to my man more.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Put out.
Okay.
That's from old Mogie's wife. My New Year's resolution is to have Jase show his Keyzie.
Yeah, we had a very interesting discussion today, which I won't go into in detail. But now, first and foremost, fellas, in terms of resolutions, this year I made an absolute conscious decision. I went, 2025, I don't give a shit.
Oh, that doesn't rhyme.
I'm not going, oh, I hope everyone's going to have a great year. 2025, it's going to be great. Yada, yada, yada. I'll tell you why. The last 4 years have been shithouse. Every single year. And every year I go, okay, this year is going to be an absolute doozy. It might not be. It might be terrible. So it'll be whatever it is, all right?
But what's your resolution, though?
My resolution, it was quite interesting. I wanted to learn to play the piano. And
like properly.
And I went even more specific than that,
Yes.
because I said to my daughters, and one of my girls is a real muser, I said, my resolution this year is to learn the piano and be able to play all the songs from one album called Midair by Paul Buchanan by the end of the year.
Released in 2012. Have you ever heard of this bloke?
Nah.
Neither.
He was part of a band called the Blue Nile.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Haven't heard of them.
Haven't heard of them either. Sweet. So, I've got a clip. This album came out in 2012. We've got a clip of the title track, Midair. And do you know how many tracks are on that album, Jase?
I think 12.
12, right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Your New Year's resolution, we've talked about it in the podcast outro, is you're going to play all 12 of them by the end of the year, which means in 1 month's time, you have to be able to play this song, which I've never heard before, but here we go.
Upon the high trapeze, the day she fell and hurt her knees.
God, I love him.
So down bus.
And only time can make
Actually, it's a bit more complicated than I remember.
when that blows away the leaves.
I think that's doable, Joe.
That's so doable.
That's actually
Yeah.
one of the more complicated, believe it or not, tunes. I don't know why I chose that one first.
That is very doable. However, I know your sort of commitment to stuff like this.
Yes. Well, my big problem to start off with is I need to get an electronic piano. And I don't know what to buy. I see there's one in the studio here, which we talked about in the podcast. If anyone's got any recommendations in terms of keyboards for Hoyte J, I'm being serious.
Just buy a keyboard. Just go to the...
Well, I want a good one. Text
And you
us
don't want to pay for it.
3483.
Yeah.
3483, if you can help Hoyte J out, don't give him a free one.
This is good stuff. So the first song is going to be played. Mark this down on your calendars, everybody.
I've set a reminder.
February 14th, so Valentine's Day.
It's a Friday.
It's going to be a track. That is absolutely doable. You don't even have to put much work into that.
Are you going to sing?
No.
Oh, you have to.
You have to
so
sing.
Somebody has to. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
tell you who it's-
We'll organise a vocalist for you.
Sure. Thanks,
All right.
man. Here's the dudes.
The dudes.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio
The
Hauraki.
Pixies there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 23 minutes past 4 o'clock. We're talking New Year's resolutions because that's great radio. My New Year's resolution is to learn the piano and to be able to play all of the songs from the album Midair by Paul Buchanan.
Yes.
Incidentally, Keyzie, were there any recommendations keyboards?
Literally none. There was one that came through for a Casio FX82 AU plus 2, but it's a calculator.
Okay. Moving on to you, Mogi.
Kia Mogi.
Kia Mogi.
Kia Mogi.
Kia Mogi.
Kia kaha Mogi.
Yeah, man. I've got a couple. One is got to get off the darts.
Sure. Are you still
here
on
we
them at the moment?
No.
Okay.
Why did you say no?
Oh, I don't know. And off the booze as well, doing the whole year with no drinking.
What about Magic
So
Round?
that's happened since New Year's Eve was my last drink and my last dart. And so I'm 2 weeks in now.
That's good,
And I'm
mate.
doing the entire year. Now, as you say, Keyzie, bit of an issue, isn't it? Because I am going to see Oasis at Wembley.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, true.
Am I doing that sober, Keyzie?
Nah.
I'm going to Magic Round.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Potentially going to Fiji at some point in the
geez,
middle of the year.
Maybe, yeah.
And I think I might have one other thing as well. So I think I could do Fiji because I'll be over there with the missus and the kid. So you don't really need to drink. And you're over there, you always go to bed about 9 o'clock anyway.
I've got an idea. Whenever you're out of the country, it doesn't count.
Good idea, Keyzie. And I was just getting to that.
Oh, well, were you?
Whenever I'm out of the country, it doesn't count.
That is a good idea.
So that's the only way I'll be able to draw a line around it, because if I there's no way I can go to Oasis. I think that would be disrespectful to the band and to their legacy for me to be sober at that event.
Yes.
So I'm going Hundies at that. I think I can do. In all honesty, I think I could probably do Magic around as well sober, and I can do Fiji. But that's what I'm planning on. And I'm 2 weeks in, and I'm going great guns.
Great stuff.
I'm having an absolute ball. If you want to jump on board with that, by all means, jump on. Going to be white knuckling through to December 31st. How are you going on the darts, by the way, Jase?
In all seriousness, I am on the darts, but massively cut back.
Yeah. I mean, you do that, but cut back from what? Because when I left the show last year, you quit.
Yeah, I know.
You've given up.
I know, but
I said,
holidays,
and you'd had one cigarette, I think, and you saw a guy over at the cafe over here, and he offered you one, you had it, and you were like, oh, does that count? Do I have to reset my app?
Yes, and you guys seem to have forgotten I owe you a dinner as well.
That was going to come up. That was going to come up later in the show.
Right, okay. Sorry, Keyzie. But I'm down to about 5 or 6 a day.
Yeah.
Which for me, believe me, is pretty good.
Do you have an intention to lower that even further?
No.
Do you think you should?
No.
Yeah, it's too good, man. The better resolution is to learn how to play that album by that dude.
Yeah.
Learn how to play this song instead of giving up ciggies.
And with a dart hanging out of your mouth.
Actually, I might sing it. I reckon I can sing it.
I think you can as well.
Yeah.
Can you do his voice now?
No.
Oh.
And only time.
You can't do that.
No, that's true. I'll just play it.
Yeah. Coming up next, by the way, my resolution.
Yeah, boy.
Yay.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeed. Chemical Brothers on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4:35. We're talking New Year's resolutions. Mogie's given up the piss, the durries. I'm learning the piano and an entire album.
That's
what are you
right.
up to, Keyzie?
Just on Mogie's one, because you're giving up the durries and the booze when you're in New Zealand.
Yes.
Because there's a few trips and things coming up where you could be swayed to.
Oh, I will be swayed.
Okay.
Like Oasis, 100%. So I'm going to Oasis at Wembley, and then possibly a week with my wife prior to that in Italy.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking soda water.
The wine in Italy is amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
I bet the darts are good as well.
Yeah, they are. How does this text make you feel, though? Come on, Mogie, man. Have a couple of beersies on a Friday, you're back, mate.
Yeah, well, look, I completely agree. And if I could keep it to a couple of beers on a Friday, I would, but I can't.
Yeah, sure.
You can't responsibly
I can keep it
that.
to 50 beers on Friday and 60 on Saturday.
Responsibly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Surely Hoyte J's resolution is to actually win the Throbber?
Nah.
Because I've won it now and Mogie's won it.
Nah.
Whatever.
But there won't be any thoughts of throbbers. There'll just be thoughts of how beautifully I play the piano.
Yeah, totally. My New Year's resolution's a bit... It's a bit different this year, fellas. Last year, the resolution was to build a deck on my house.
Yeah.
I was all lined up to do it. And
your house?
At my house.
Oh.
Off the front of my house there. And unfortunately, the week came to do it, and my dad got sick. He was the one who was going to help me and teach me how to do it.
Build it.
Oh, so your New Year's resolution was for your dad to build
you a deck.
Did you have anything for yourself, though? Because that's a resolution you've made for somebody else.
Well, no, he was going to teach me, and I was going to build it. He was just going to get me started, and I was going to, finish the job.
Sure.
But that never happened, So hopefully I can do that this year. But that's not a resolution I've decided. My resolution this year is I want 2025 to be the best year of my life so far.
Okay. And what steps do you think you'll put in? What are you actually going to do?
Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do.
What's going to make it good? Well, for example, a better question. What was the best year of your life so far, leading up until this year?
Probably the year I got married. 2022.
That's not what you say off air.
Do you remember that, Jase? You remember that wedding?
23, sorry.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
No, you guys weren't invited.
We weren't invited.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, you guys weren't invited. So that was probably the best year of my life. What I wanted to be able to do is get to the end of this year and look back and be proud of what I've achieved.
Oh, sure.
What?
That's really good, Keyzie.
Yeah, man. Like what sort of stuff? So golf?
Yeah, golf, maybe a bit of...
I'd love to shave sort of 5 off my handicap in golf, right? So that's 1. That's measurable.
Yeah.
I'd love...
Have you written this goal down, man?
No, I'll do it now, though.
Make sure you wrote it.
It's good. I'd like... for when we look back at like our radio from the year, what we've done on the big show, I'd love to be like, wow, we really turned it up a notch.
That's measurable as well, isn't it? Because they do
surveys and ratings and stuff.
Like that.
And like
probably lose a few pounds.
Mainly the radio one, though. I'd love to, and starting with resolutions chat in mid-Jan, we're on a pathway to greatness already, I could tell, so.
Have you thought about getting rid of the mo?
Well, that's not going to improve anything. That's going to make things way worse. But yeah, I just want to be proud at the end of the year, I want to look back proud.
Sure, man.
Yeah.
Going to get some more wacky caps.
What's this song, Jase?
Bit of Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, man.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, yeah, a bit of Freebird for you on your way home from work. They're on a beautiful summer's day, eh? Why not? Did you turn it up, I wonder?
That's the thing about that guitar solo. People think it's hard to play.
Yes.
But it's one of the more simple. It's one of the first things you learn when you learn guitar.
Really?
It is. It sounds complicated,
does.
but actually it's quite easy.
It's like it goes Twilight Zone, your sort of your Hotel California and your Freebird.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I was under the impression, having learned a wee bit of guitar, that was actually really hard to play, and it's like 3 or 4 minutes long.
Yeah, it's long. I guess the difficult part about it is remembering what you're meant to play as opposed to how technically difficult it is.
Okay.
It's actually very straightforward.
Oh, wow.
Basically, if you read the music of that particular piece, Keyzie, very straightforward.
It's actually a guitar solo for babies.
And funnily enough, when my kids were babies, I used to play it to them to send them off to sleep there, Keyzie.
What kind of guitar was it?
Pardon?
Hey, the Black Clash is on this weekend, fellas. Saturday night, of course, down there in Christchurch. But before we get to that, we're going to be doing a live show this very Friday down in Chicha. Thanks to our mates at Air New Zealand's Grab a Seat. We're going to be at the Richmond Club.
It's going to go off, man.
Bit of a warm-up, 4 p.m. till 7. Last time we were in Christchurch, did a live show, was fantastic.
It was carnage.
It was carnage.
The people of Christchurch never let us down.
No,
If I remember correctly, as we were driving out, there was a gentleman that, with a golf club, tried to smash a rock into the side of our ute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Did he take his pants off as well?
Oh, there's a bit of that.
He did. Yeah, I saw quite a few members of the public that day.
Yes.
We're not encouraging that, by the way, but there are free Backbone T-shirts available, so if you want to come see the big show live, 4 till 7 this very Friday at the Richmond Club in Christchurch. It is the official warm-up party for the Black Clash, which is happening Saturday night. We're going to be there. Old Mogi and myself will be in a hot spring spa on the sideline. Jase, you're going to be commentating.
Yeah, man.
And yesterday, just to follow on from the amazing New Year's resolution content we've been doing, yesterday came up with a wacky idea for you to slip some funny phrases into the commentary.
Yes.
As suggested by the audience.
That's right. So we opened up the text lines, 3483. Everyone feel free to get stuck in. Everyone that does text through in the draw for a night and day voucher, $50 worth.
Yeah.
Yesterday's one that we have settled on is you will somehow work taken roughly from behind into the commentary.
Yeah.
So that's quite an easy one, right?
On
so
reflection, that's quite tough, I think.
Caught behind.
That was taken roughly from behind.
Well, and
but then I thought I could add the stumps.
And he's taken
to get away from it.
Sure.
And he's taken roughly from behind the stumps. Because that's how I do it, Jase, if I was commentating to all those people.
Yeah, that's why you're not doing it.
Yeah. Feel free to send through suggestions, though, on 3483 because we want to have 5 of these sayings by the end of the week.
What about Chris Gale sucks? Something like that, because he'll be playing.
Yeah, what about that, Jase? Chris Gale sucks.
Yeah, I could probably squeeze that in there at some point, I'm sure.
You reckon?
Yeah, why not?
Because I'm happy to write that one down and lock that. You have to say on the air, they've worked hard to get him.
No, but it has to be what the listeners want to happen. You know what I mean? So that's the deal. But I'll slip that in there just for Mogi.
You know what we should probably have? Is the right way to do this. Each day we do a big poll. Sure, we should have worked this out off here.
Ages ago.
You know.
We should have thought about it.
But a few options that come through sort of early next hour.
Yeah.
Then we can vote for them overnight. We can put them up and people can vote for them, and whoever gets the highest percentage, then that's the thing that goes through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to change to that now?
I think everything remains the same. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good.
But then it is up to the punters.
Someone is, for example, Chris Gale's power comes from his moobs. You know what I mean? Let's slipping that in, which is probably quite an easy one.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
That's easy.
That's in line.
Can you please introduce yourself as Jason Two-Stroke Hoyte? You know, that's an easy one as well. And start things well.
Yeah, you could say, actually. Interesting story, fellas. You know, you're talking to your co-commentators and then regale them with how you came to be named Two-Stroke Hoyte J.
And just tell over 1 million people about how you don't wipe your ass properly. 3483, keep the text coming in.
Here's Guns Roses.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Guns Roses.
That's a funny thing, that note there at the end, Jase.
Yes.
A lot of people think that note's a difficult note to hit.
Yeah.
But it's actually one of the easiest notes.
Oh, that really high-pitched one, really?
Yeah. They teach you that when you go to choir, don't they, Jase?
They do, yeah.
With the Axl Rose, right.
I used to sing that note to my girls when they were going to sleep.
Yeah, same.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now
You
listen,
used to sing it to Hoyte J's girls. That's right.
yeah.
Coming up after 5 o'clock,
What do you got there, man?
Keyzie is worried.
What?
His robot vacuum thinks he's a lazy piece of shit.
Can you not just read directly off the sheet? Can you at least paraphrase it in your own words?
That's what it says there.
Vacuum chat.
And I've got a bit of vacuum chat too, actually, just to give you a bit of support there, Keyzie.
Thanks, man.
What else are we doing?
Oh, we've got heaps of stuff. We'll probably revisit the New Year's resolution stuff, get a bit of stuff from the listeners there, see what they've got to say, what resolutions they've got. If you've got anything, by all means, text us on 3483. Send us a talkback, would you, on the iHeartRadio app. Call us on 0800 Hauraki.
That's right. You can win yourself $50 night and day voucher.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Yeah, good stuff.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're getting through your Tuesday okay. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night. Damn it, Keyzie. That was actually beautiful there for a moment.
I thought we all agreed to go up. We all agreed to go up.
You utterly butchered it. Furthermore, and I want to get the audience's opinion on this, Mogi. I went and stole some chips from a room I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
A big bag of snacker-changy, in fact.
Yeah.
Keyzie, the massive hamu, went in there and grabbed 2 fistfuls and now has a pile of chips.
Does he?
Sitting next to him on the desk. What do you think of that, New
Jase,
Zealand?
no, hang on.
I took the risk. I stole them. And Keyzie grabs 2 huge handfuls and takes them to his corner.
Can I say, Jase, there's no honour among thieves.
Thank you, Mogi.
Okay, fair.
And also, I haven't had a single chip because I can't stand the thought of eating stolen property. And yet, time and time again, you go in there, you steal their chips. And I try to stop you, and it just falls on deaf ears.
There's actually a photo up on our Instagram of you in there thieving. It's disgraceful.
It's disgraceful.
Serious question. You guys shoplifters?
Yeah.
That's a part of my New Year's resolution again for this year.
To get back into shoplifting?
I've just got to stop doing it, man.
Oh,
I can't
you
help
stop.
it. Yeah. I've got sticky fingers, Keyzie. Sticky fingers.
To go with that sticky beak of yours.
Yeah, great stuff.
Jase just had a sneeze and didn't hear anything we said for about 3 seconds.
And then just said, yeah, great
totally
stuff.
deaf.
Don't worry about it, man. Just throw to the song. It's all good.
Yeah.
Who is it?
The Strokes.
Oh.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Foo Fighters there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 5:25. And just a reminder, we're just our first week back at work and we're on the road again this week, fellas.
We certainly are. Just like that, we are doing the official warm-up show this very Friday down in Christchurch at the Richmond Club. If you are heading to the Black Clash on the Saturday, make sure you are at the Richmond Club on the Friday arvo for a live big show featuring guests who will be playing in the Black Clash.
Wow.
Last year we had Razor Robertson, a few All Blacks and things like that. So rumours around the old table, we might be able to get the big man Chris Gale in.
Yeah, that's the chat.
Good stuff.
That's the chat, fellas. So Richmond Club this Friday, 4 p.m. See you there.
Beautiful. Hey, speaking of cricket, should we have a bit of sports chat, fellas?
Sports.
I actually was wanting to ring you fellas as I know that you've heard about the retirement of Pohu Harris and look, it was a big call for him. I had a little chat with him over the break. Things a little bit sore, a little bit
Weird.
in his wrist. And I said, Pohu, you've been a servant, man. You've been a legend. And I want you to go out on top, man. And you're on top right now. I think you should call it. Because he thought he had another couple of seasons in him. No, we nah, mate, you're dreaming.
Oh, right. So he was keen to play on. And you made him...
Yeah, I said nah.
Yeah.
Right.
Leave at the top, eh, Mogi?
Yeah.
So in the off-season, when the Warriors...
I mean, he had it last year off because of injury, so I wouldn't have said he was on top exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that seems...
Well, I just had to sugarcoat it a bit because I just wanted him to get out.
Yeah.
But also, like, when the Warriors haven't made any huge signings, other teams are doing this, that, and the other, and the best we've got is that our captain is retiring.
Yeah.
You convinced him that was a good idea.
Yeah, totes. You'll thank me when you see the results, boys.
Yeah.
Now, he is a legend. Sad news.
It is sad news, but it's fair enough too.
Yeah. Hey, the Australian Open's on, guys.
Yeah, I like
Tennis, you heard about that?
Are you doing tennis chat?
I haven't watched any of it as yet, and probably will not.
Oh, that's good.
But I do like tennis, and this is the one that sort of lines up the best, doesn't it, the Aussie Open?
It does, and it should be on right now, but you won't let me put it on the telly behind you.
Well, you get distracted, Jase. You get distracted. Anyway, Nick Kyrgios.
Yes.
He's gone. He's
has.
out. What I like about Nick Kyrgios is he's a huge talent. And with the Australian media, they'll tell you what a talent he is. He's been in 8 Australian Opens, and he's found his way in the second round, made his way out of the first round once. What a talent.
Yeah, man.
What a talent. That guy, don't know about that guy.
He's a top bloke, too.
Oh, he's a backbone.
Well, it's him and the other Aussie bloke. I think it's Bernard Tomic. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
the doubles
both,
fella.
I think it's him. They're both just a bit...
Yeah, they're all about that brash Aussie.
Obnoxious.
And a little bit of brash Aussie. I mean, it's a real Aussie thing, isn't it? You can see it in their cricket teams and normally makes them winners. But Nick Kyrgios has got, I think he did have all of the talent, but I think he was mentally weak.
Yes, and you remember, I think it was Leighton Hewitt, was that his name? And he used to always, when he won a point, go up to his opposition and go, come on!
Yeah.
What about the
massive tool?
What about the Aussie-India series, fellas, over the summer?
The cricket, quite genuinely, absolutely loved it.
Yes.
I had it on all day. That doesn't mean I watched it all day. I'd go and do my little chores, and then I'd stand in front of the cricket there for 10 minutes and watch that and pretend to be umpiring.
Sure.
Which I do. It's a little
you
thing
still
I
do?
Yeah, I still do that. Brilliant, though. Brilliant series. Bumrah, an absolute sensation. The Australians, of course, 3-1. It was such a tragedy. We were talking about this yesterday, Mogi, that Bumrah was injured for that final innings of the final test, because that would have been a humdinger.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think it would have gone... They were 5 down at the end of that. It would have resulted in, if India had won, a drawn series, and they would have retained it. I would have liked to have seen that. I liked last time India were there and they beat Australia. See at the
So
Gabba,
good.
was it? Something along those lines.
Yes.
And then they got pummeled. So, yeah, it was really disappointing because Bumrah not being there. I mean, jeez.
Yep.
What about the Black Caps?
Yeah, dominating Sri Lanka, beat them in the T20s, beat them in the one-dayers, got their asses kicked in the final one-dayer, sadly, as we head to the Champions Trophy. So that's something to look forward to.
What about the All Blacks?
Yes.
Can I ask you, when is the Champions Trophy?
A couple of weeks, I think.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
great. I thought the next thing was that Pakistan series. In 2 months.
Probably. You're probably right.
What
It's
about
probably months away.
What about
Haven't a
baseball?
clue. Baseball's so good.
Yeah, it's good.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeed. Metallica there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time 5:39.
Oh, my God.
Fellas.
Hi.
G'day, Keyzie here. Chris here.
What's your middle name,
I
man?
met a guy on that's not relevant.
No, I know. It's interesting, though.
William.
I knew it was William. How did I know that?
Because I've probably said it before. We've worked together for a long time.
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
I met a guy on Saturday.
Oh, that's nice,
hot.
man. Good.
Finally. Good stuff. So that's...
No,
we're all out in the
don't.
open.
And technically, it's not. It's
What?
you're
Yeah.
not breaking because it's
Nah,
a
it's sweet
guy.
as.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
My
that's
wife
good,
was
man.
there.
That is good,
Yeah.
man.
My wife was there.
We've been worried sick about you, man.
Yeah,
That's
thanks,
great.
fellas. Thank
Good.
you.
How's
Own
it feel?
it.
Is that a weight off your shoulders, brother?
I thought it was going to be, except for the guy I met on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
The reason I'm bringing it up is that I went to a leaving drinks, right? There's a group of people there. There's probably 20 people there. And I knew about 7 of them. One of the people I knew was with this guy.
Oh, yes.
She's great. Oh, hey, it's been a long time. And I was like, oh, hey, man, I'm Chris. Nice to meet you. Can't remember what his name was. He goes, he goes for a handshake.
Yes.
And then she says, oh, you might remember Chris. He was doing comedy that night we went to the stand-up night.
Oh.
That's what she said to him. And he goes, oh, yeah, I remember you. You were the guy that was trying to be funny. And he said it, and then she laughed and went, ha ha, stop being silly. And he was, the whole night, he was quite a loudmouth, actually, and just firing off all these real out there things. But I was like, is that funny?
Yeah.
Or was he a massive C word?
Yeah.
What's your vibe on this, fellas? And can I also, just to paint a little bit more of a picture, that night that they were at, my worst ever comedy gig, half full. It was one of those ones where now I'm like, now I've bombed.
Well,
Now I know what it's like.
to be honest, he was accurate.
I was trying to be
Because
funny.
all comedians are trying to be funny.
Trying to be funny, that's right. Yeah.
That's right.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You were trying to be funny.
But is he...
And
Well,
that's the thing, man. Were you trying to be funny?
I guess I was trying to be funny because it was a stand-up show, and I was thinking about...
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
But
I
it's
was.
weird how he could pick you out from everyone else because everybody else would have been trying to be funny as well.
Yeah, but everyone else wasn't at the leaving drinks.
Ah, true.
You know what I mean?
Yes, that's true.
But I sort of take his point, because there's trying to be funny and then there is funny. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't there, so I don't know if you were trying to be funny
Oh,
or
no, I
not.
was trying to be funny.
Right.
And to be honest, I thought I was being funny.
Okay.
And
So he didn't say, he could have said, oh, yeah, you were funny.
That's
but
right.
he didn't say that. He said you were
You're
trying to be
Or
funny.
what he could have said was, oh, hey, man, nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to like just immediately. To be fair, it's a big dog move. It's like, oh, yeah, you suck, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this in front of this girl who they aren't together. I think he's got a crush on her, though. And I was just like, oh, like he's alphaed me there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's dominating you because
He's dominated
you're
me.
bringing it up days later.
Because
It's
I'm
still in
bringing it
your
up.
head.
I'm stewing on it.
yeah. He big dogged you
owns
big
you.
time.
He big dogged
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And I was trying to be funny, and I met a guy.
He's put you on a leash.
Yeah.
I admire his honesty.
Right.
I mean, one of the issues that we have in this world is people just aren't straight up about what they think or feel.
Right, so you
And
think
so
we
he
should
was-
do more of that?
He was like,
Right, should we do more of that?
he was like, you were that guy trying to be funny.
That's not how he said it, by the way.
Oh, how did he
He
say
said
it?
it as in, oh, yeah, you were the guy trying to be funny.
Right.
Like that.
And what did you say?
I said, oh, yeah, I guess so. And then, you know what I mean? like a real coward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you've just been massively big dogged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the collar on and everything.
Yeah.
So, I just wanted to get your vibe on that. And how would you guys have responded if that was you?
Well, it wouldn't have happened to me.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have said it to me.
Yeah, because you wouldn't leave the house. Because you wouldn't go to a social situation. What's the name of the song, Jase? Can you stop giggling under the It's Beck, by the way.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Kings of Leon there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. Of course, the Black Clash happening this Saturday down in Christchurch at the beautiful Hagley Oval. We're going to be there. I'm going to be commentating. We've put it out there to the audience. What do you want me to slip into the commentary, basically?
That's right, 3483. Send through your suggestions, and just by doing that, you'll be in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher.
That was a great idea of mine, by the way.
Yeah, it was really original stuff.
Yeah.
Just quickly, are you referring to the Hot Spring Spas T20 Black Clash in association with Wolfbrook? The one that's on TVNZ on Saturday.
Sure.
Cool. We're going to be down there, by the way, thanks to Air New Zealand's Grab a Seat.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, this Friday doing a live show at the Richmond Club. Come along if you're in Christchurch, 4 p.m. Now, some of the suggestions that have come through, I've filtered through, and I've got the best 4 of about the last hour or so. So, Jase, pick 2 of these. We'll then put them on Instagram, do a bit of a vote, and one will be locked in, all right?
Sure.
I bet he's got a set of burnt meat patties. Just say that about any player.
Oh, yeah. Well, does it have to be about a player? That could be about somebody in the spa or anyone.
Well, I feel like that's too easy.
That's not, well, I know.
I feel like it's too easy. I feel like it has to be about someone. In fact, Mogi, we could decide who that's about. We could say it has to be Chris Gale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they might not bat and they might not bowl and the ball might never go to them, so I wouldn't get to use it. But anyway, next.
Burnt meat patty nipples. Is that what it says?
I bet he's got a set of burnt meat patties. We could add nips.
It's got to have nipples on.
Nips or nipples, yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'd love to see his hog. Once again, these are sent through on.
That's a bit on the nose.
Yeah, it's a bit basic.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
You're being nitpicky now.
Well, that is just pretty explicit, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
His hog.
It lacks subtlety, Keyzie.
Yes.
Because you're so subtle, AJ.
I am very.
Someone here has suggested that as soon as someone hits a 6, you scream, cook the man some eggs.
Oh, Lordy.
I think we've got one of the two.
No.
Yeah.
You have no idea the pain that line has caused me.
Cook the man some eggs.
So we'll lock that in as one of the two. And the fourth option here is someone suggesting you refer to Chris Gale as the BBC biggest batting cricketer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
What?
I'll be honest with you, I'm not overly stoked with any of those.
What was the first one, Keyzie?
I bet he's got a set of burnt meat patty nipples.
Nah, that's not bad.
Okay, you can chuck that in there.
Yeah, and then the one about the eggs.
So
I can't say that again.
You don't want to refer to Chris Gale as the BBC, the biggest batting cricketer?
You could come up with a better...
I could probably come up with something better than yes.
Yeah. So something along those lines.
All right, sweet. So we'll chuck 2 of those up on our Hauraki Big Show Instagram story. You can vote, and one of those will be locked in. And just a reminder, someone's saying, hey, what was yesterday's phrase?
Oh, nice.
Yesterday's phrase was, if someone is caught behind, you will say, taken roughly from behind. And that's going to be 6:30 p.m. on TVNZ.
Oh, my God.
This Saturday.
Oh, it's going to come across like you've completely lost your mind. Jason Hoyte's meltdown.
You can do them all at once.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
T-Rex there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. I'm beginning to think cook the man some eggs after a 6 could be quite good.
I think so as well. You know, obviously you've got a history with that, Jase, but there were other factors in that which would mean you wouldn't be permissible on a family show.
Yes.
You'd have to drop the F-bomb, you'd have to drop the B-bomb out of it, but just cook the man some eggs on its own after somebody is... I mean, honestly... That would become a part of the vernacular forever, I think. People would be saying that on cricket pitches all across this great nation of ours, and I think it would go international.
And I think it would just encourage people to yell that at you more in the street, which I think is great and a great result.
Which one are we swapping out then?
Well, people have to vote, right, with your new system.
So are we going? No, but are we going to get? So we're putting cook the man some eggs in
Straight in. Okay, let's just put it straight in.
1 of 3 or 1 of 2?
One of 3.
1 of 2.
Yeah, okay.
1 of 3.
1 of 3. Okay, then. Well, I can tell you right now, it's going to be 100% of the vote.
We're talking about, by the way, Jase commentating the Black Clash this Saturday, and Fraser's has to slip in. Text us 3483 if you have any suggestions. Coming up after 6, by the way, fellas, some huge news involving the weather. All right.
Okay, Keyzie, that sounds great.
Cool.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive backbones. You are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Pretty good.
Oh, man.
I mean, that's pretty friggin' good. I'm stoked with that.
Yeah, well, you treated it with the respect it deserved this time, Keyzie, instead of botching it.
We all agreed to go up.
Package that one up, would you, Puxon?
Hey, now listen, the podcast outro today, the warm-up to the show that we put out there as a podcast. Bonus material, you'd call it. Sometimes fringing on the filthy.
In fact, this year, 100% of the time.
Well, yeah, but we started puby chat again, but we managed to steer away from that this time,
We
Mogi.
did. God,
did.
Thank God. But I can't remember what we did. But what was it there, Keyzie? Let's have a listen to this clip.
Here's a clip of today's one where we steered away from puby chat. Well, no, to be fair, it wasn't because we had smoke. It was because you were putting a smoke in my mouth and lighting it and encouraging me to smoke it.
That's
There was
right.
that one. There was another one as well that I didn't like.
That's when Keyzie got his button mushroom out.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and they were like, oh.
Yeah.
And initially we got away with it because people were like, what even is that?
Yes.
Because they couldn't recognise it. And then when they realised what it was, they were like, oh.
Okay, boy, then.
Hey.
So that was us just discussing things that have been taken down off Instagram over the years.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to listen to that,
And don't think that, based on that you'll be able to play that in front of your kids. You can't. It was filth again.
Yeah, there was a lot of filth in there.
Yeah.
Hauraki Big Show. Search for that wherever you get your podcast from. That's out tonight at 7:30 along with a best of highlights package of today's radio show.
Good stuff, mate.
What's up next, Jase?
Is it Blair?
No, like topic-wise.
Oh.
I reckon we should do that weather chat.
Maybe weather chat, I think.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
REM there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. Let's have some weather chat.
Son. Weather chat with Jason Mike.
What the...
Geez, it's been a while since we've pulled that out of the drawer
Yeah,
there,
it's good, though.
Mogi.
That's top drawer.
That is
Speaking of,
quality
that's
stuff.
the top drawer
I think-
on the top shelf. That is
Absolutely.
quality. Can we have that again,
No,
Keyzie?
that's for a special occasion.
Can we have that one more time?
There's garbage.
Son. Weather chat with Jason Mike.
That
And
is.
Keyzie.
And Keyzie.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, look, I'm gutted about that. I can't
That's
believe
really
that
good.
that's a sting that I made. I'm sorry about that, guys.
Oh, did you, mate? I thought
I
Pugs
must
made
have.
that.
Oh, no, Pugs made it. Can you get a grip, Pugs?
So good.
Hey, some weather chat. The reason being that there was an article I was reading today that good news for everyone in New Zealand, warm temperatures incoming. Subtropical air.
Well, it's been interesting, hasn't it? Because a lot of people have come back to work feeling ripped off by the weather they had on their break.
Yes.
Is that how you feel, Jase? You feel ripped off,
Oh,
babes?
look, actually, the weather was generally pretty good where I was, Mogi. The one thing that got deep inside my goat, though, was the wind.
It was windy.
It was windy as all go get
Also,
out.
yeah.
And in many ways, I prefer rain to wind.
I do.
So that was a bit of a bugbear for me. You'd be on the beach going for a swim and the wind would be whipping along, or I'm trying to cast my line out,
Yes.
and she's picking up my line. It's a bit of a nightmare. But other than that, it was fine.
I had 14 days on the road, and I had 3 sunny days out of 14.
Yes.
So it's not a great strike rate.
No.
But I had a sunny day pretty much everywhere that I went, and, you're hanging out with friends. Like, if it was a holiday where you weren't hanging out with friends and family, you would feel more ripped off. It was just
Yes.
you and your missus and the kids, you'd be spewing. But, yeah, I mean, it's not been an all-time ripper.
I was in Cambodia, right, for 2 weeks. We had 1 hour of rain.
Wow.
And that was at night time.
Yeah.
So I was very, very
That's lucky,
and
isn't
then
it?
looking back here and seeing how crappy it was. I think in Christchurch it was really bad. Wellington as
well. The thing about it is, when it's bad weather, you want it to be bad everywhere.
Yes.
You don't want anybody else enjoying the sun while you're in the rain. And similarly, if it's sunny where you are, you also want it to be bad everywhere else. So you're the only one with the sun. Is that how you see it, Keyzie?
Yeah, man, that's exactly how I see it. But good news, just reading this article here, the subtropical hot air coming for the latter half of January. Hang on, no, that's meant to actually increase tropic-like conditions, and there's probably going to be more rain.
More rain.
Okay,
Right,
that's my bad.
yeah.
I thought it was
Like I
going
say, I don't mind a bit of rain as long as there's no wind.
It'll be warmer,
Yeah, but it'll be
but it'll
rainy.
be raining all the time.
Yeah,
It'll
okay.
be warm and moist.
But also, having said that, it won't be warm in Wellington.
Right.
They're having their worst summer, start to summer for 10 years. Pretty much every day has been below the average, and they're having winds up to 100 kilometres an hour every day. So that's how I remember it being down there.
Yeah. So business as usual.
Business as usual.
Yeah.
Hey, can I hear that weather sting
No,
one
you
more
cannot.
time?
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yeah, Fat Boy Slim.
How good.
So good, man. I tell you what else is good. Oh, What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue.
Tell you what, man. Far out. Over the break, I watched quite a bit. We've spoken about this. I don't want to burn it all early doors, though. You know. I don't
Sure,
want to
man.
burn it all. But anyway, I watched Gavin and Stacey. The finale, I think it was called.
It was.
It was a TV show that I absolutely loved back in the day. James Corden, before everybody knew that he was a bellend, I think.
That's really gutting because his character on that is one of the all-time great comedy characters.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, Keyzie, you talked about it yesterday. You said you loved it. It was hilarious. We started watching it. We couldn't get through 15 minutes. But I think the reason for it is, and you can tell me, does it get funnier? Because the first 15 minutes, they're just setting everything up.
Yeah.
They're setting everything up, and it's mum and dad's there, and they're trying to be funny, and then it's the woman who's the co-writer, Ruth, she's on a bike, and she's riding
the rickshaw.
tourists around,
That
and you're
wasn't
like,
very funny.
wow, that's...
So
Righto.
what it was, by the start of it, I was the same.
Yeah, right.
First of all, Mum and Dad, Pamela and Mick,
Driving me up the wall.
always funny.
Yeah.
Pamela is one of the funniest characters.
Yeah.
I think the finale is more about tying up that loose end.
Right.
For people that haven't seen it, it's a great British series. Me and my wife have watched it a couple of times through,
No way.
and it's just a great one you can watch with your partner. Bit of comedy, bit of romance.
Yes, it was great.
Very funny. From the mid-2000s.
And it's got the fantastic, not Steve Coogan,
Rob
the other
Brydon.
one, Rob Brydon.
As Uncle Bryn.
Very, very good.
And so I think it was more about tying up this massive loose end that everyone's been wanting to tie up for years,
Right.
almost 20 years. It was more about that. And so I was watching it as just a return to the world.
Right.
It wasn't the funniest part of it, you
Right.
know, but it was just by the end of it, I had a tear in my eye. I was like, it's excellent.
Keyzie. Well, that's good. All right, then, so I don't need to watch it
But
because
it
it's
could
not
be
funny.
it could be rose tinted. There was one bit that was very funny.
Yeah.
Involving, I don't want to ruin it though.
Oh, might as well. I'm not going to watch it now because it's 90 minutes long. If you're saying there's one thing in it
Yeah.
that was
I'm
funny,
definitely
I'll
not
probably
gonna
watch
watch
it.
No, one bit that was really funny is, you know, Pamela, Gav's mum.
Pamela, yeah.
She is like a really crack up thing at least once an episode. This one was she's got it all figured out what she's going to do once Mick passes away, her husband. She's like, you know, I'm going to sell the house, get an apartment, then once I've done some grieving and my new bloke moves in, you know, we'll have some money to sort of blah, 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 blah. And then it turns out she's actually gone and viewed a few apartments. And then Mick's just sitting there like, what? So that's funny. I thought that was funny.
That was good, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about you, Jace?
Well, I had a very similar experience, actually, Mogi. We did the usual scrolling, going, what are we going to watch? And we watched this film called Something Bandits.
Ass Bandits.
Billy Bob Thornton, Bruce Willis, Kate Blanchett, and we went, well, they're three decent.
I think it's just called Bandits.
Maybe it's called Bandits.
It's called Bandits.
Three very good actors.
A horrendous movie.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
We got 15 minutes in, and I said, we're not doing this.
It's one of the
We're done and dusted.
It's one of the worst hair hats you'll see. From memory, Billy Bob's got one on.
Yes.
Not good.
Yeah,
Not
it
good.
was terrible.
Yes.
And we just went, nah, not doing it. And we ended up watching some Irish, all about the IRA sort of stuff. Can't remember what it was called. Very good, though.
2001 came out, 6.5 IMDb.
Yeah. What does it say for Rotten Tomatoes?
64.
Yeah. It's not good.
It's not good, Keyzie.
But then we'll get to this over the course of the next few weeks. I've watched a ton of stuff which is sitting in the 90s on Rotten Tomato, and it is unwatchable. So
Wow.
I can't wait to talk to you.
You right,
about
Mogi,
that.
there? Or you... Looked like a bit of vom came out there.
No, it's just the way you pronounce.
Yeah, he's right, Jase. That's how we pronounce it now, man.
Okay.
What's this, by the way?
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Red hot chili peppers there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show. Now, fellas, have you heard about surf or turf
No,
this
what's
summer?
that? What's that,
No.
man?
Well, if you love your surfing
Like I do.
or if you love your golf,
Like I do.
you need to listen up because old Keyzie's going to fill you in.
I thought you were going to fill everyone in.
No, you are, man.
I'll fill you in. Surf or turf. This is thanks to our great friends at Super Liquor. Basically, over the summer period, we decided upon 2 national pastimes, surfing or golf. And if you'd like to get yourself a brand new set of golf clubs, you text the word turf to 3483. Or if you'd like to get yourself a brand new surfboard, you text the word
Smurf.
Mogi. It's surf or turf.
Right.
Just on that, by the way, I'm looking to get rid of a surfboard if anyone's interested. I just
let's
don't
not
know,
muddy the waters
I just don't know what it's called. I don't know what type it is or anything.
Yeah, right.
So I want to put it on Trade Me.
Is
but
it
it's
a
like,
thruster?
Well, it's definitely a thruster when Hoodie J's pounding the waves. Curling one out.
So yeah, text surf or turf to 3483. Get yourself a new set of golf clubs or a new surfboard. We will be wrapping that one up soon.
Oh, is it?
We're sending it up the flagpole.
Oh, yeah, when is that?
Soon,
May?
Mogi. Soon. June, actually. June.
Oh, June, is that happening?
No, it'll be soon. It'll be in a few weeks.
Yeah, okay.
So get to texting 3483. I actually need a new golf club, a new driver.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you should see how he drives at the moment,
No
Mogi.
good.
It's an absolute shambles. It's just...
What do you think the problem is? Is it the setup?
Oh, he's just unco.
Oh, yeah.
Jase, come on, man. Back me up here, bro.
I mean, he's got all the gears.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he looks the part.
Sure.
But he's massively unco.
Jason, you get out there and when you're having a, let's say a golf in
tonk.
this instance, have you got the shirt like Keyzie's got? Because you've got golf shirts.
Yeah, I've got polo shirts.
Specifically made for playing golf.
That's right.
I went and bought one in my last game.
Did you?
I did, mate. A beautiful sort of sky neon blue one.
Right.
Because I didn't have any collar shirts, short sleeve shirts, apart from a dress sort of at work shirts. And I thought I need a proper one that breathes.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
And do you find that it's better? For playing golf, I mean.
It makes no difference really, but it's uniform requirements at certain golf clubs.
Ah, is it?
That's why you do it.
That's the reason I did it. And because one shirt that I did have really hugged my buzzies.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
didn't like that.
And this one totally didn't. Mogi. It did. Hey, surf or turf 3483. Get stuck in.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Tuesday show done and dusted. Mogi, what's the plan for the night, mate?
Got a little bit more work to do down the office there, Keyzie. You're not going to recognise it when you get down there, brother.
Wow.
Doing some work on the podcast studio, Jace. Completely
nice.
refurbing it, Keyzie.
Whoa.
Oh, it's going to be flash. I'll be down there. I was down there till 10 o'clock last night. Probably the same again tonight. Go to the gym, obviously.
Yes.
Make love in the car.
Yes.
And probably that's about it. Probably do some dishes at some point.
Yeah, nice, man.
Yeah,
nice. What about you, Keyzie?
I'm going to go home with my wife. We're going to have a curry together.
What kind of curry?
My wife.
What's where are the tigers from? Bengalese curry?
Bengalese.
Yeah. So I've never had one of those before. Sounds delicious. We'll then go for a walk around the block just to help with the digestion. And then we'll probably watch like Country Calendar or something.
Yeah, good stuff, mate.
What about you, Jason?
Yeah, man, what are you up to, Hoodie
I'm going to go for a kayak, do a bit of surf casting.
What are
off
you
the beach
actually
there.
going to do, though? What are you going to do
Have a
tonight?
swim,
Yes.
come home, have a protein shake.
Jace.
I think we're also having those sort of McDonald's tacos tonight, which are a bit of a favourite of Hoodie J's.
Big Mac tacos.
Big Mac,
Did
yeah.
you make those other ones?
Yes. Oh, no, not yet. Then I'll go down to the gym, just do a workout to get the rest of the stress of the day out of the system, come home, make love, play backgammon and go to bed.
Backgammon now.
Hey, I found a game, by the way, that I can beat my wife at. Backgammon.
Oh, congrats, man.
Thanks, man. It's currently 6-1 to Hoodie J.
But who's counting?
I'm counting. Hey, listen, make sure you check out the podcast. Make sure you check out the Instagram account. Till tomorrow. See you later.
Bye.